C'è in linea un'altra testimonianza eccezionale, è un amico che ci sta chiamando da Gilgit, la capitale del Gilgit Baltistan, dal nord del Pakistan, luoghi che in qualche maniera alcuni di noi conoscono e che spero che tutti voi conosciate.
Yes, okay. We have here Mr. Javed Manwa, Minister of Finance for Gilgit Baltistan. Gilgit Baltistan, Agostino is saying that is the region, the province in which Everest K2 Minoprio now have been working for more than 20 years with the support of Italian Foreign Affairs Minister, and so I think it's interesting for us to know how is the current policy in GB about climate change. The stage is yours, please.
Thank you very much. In the name of Allah, the most merciful, beneficent, and gracious, His Excellency Italy's Deputy Foreign Minister, President Everest K2 CNR, and Goodwill Ambassador.
Come accade, questi collegamenti a volte sono complicati. Era mezz'ora che c'era il collegamento. Forse riusciamo a ripristinarlo? Sta ripartendo?
Pare che stiamo partendo con due nuovi grandi progetti per quanto riguarda il Gilgit Baltistan, finanziati dalla cooperazione internazionale, dalla cooperazione italiana. Uno riguarda il catasto di tutti i ghiacciai che sono presenti in Pakistan, ed è 5.000 ghiacciai, un lavoro che ci impegnerà per i prossimi 2 anni con le università italiane, e credo che sia estremamente importante proprio perché il Gilgit Baltistan rappresenta la maggior concentrazione di ghiaccio del mondo a parte i poli, e quindi è abbiamo parlato in questi giorni della riserva d'acqua più importante del mondo, e quindi analizzarla, approfondire, vedere come sono attualmente. Sono online.
Sì, sono online. Eccoli. Facciamo.
Go ahead from Pakistan.
Okay.
Sorry for the delay and a little pause because of power failure. Dignitaries, researchers, government officials, ladies and gentlemen, and officials of EVK2 Minoprio, Assalamu alaikum and a very good evening from Gilgit, Pakistan. It gives me immense pleasure to join you here. Indeed, this is a great opportunity for all of us to have a meticulous exchange of views for collective action to protect our planet and the habitat it sustains. I want to particularly extend my gratitude to the organizations for hosting this incredible event, which I believe will fortify global cohesion for a better tomorrow. The unique mountain ecosystem of planet Earth that I am representing is home to 3 mightiest mountainous ranges: the Himalayas, the Karakoram and the Hindu Kush, inhabit 1.48 million people in deep, narrow mountain valleys. The high altitude mountains of Gilgit Baltistan host mightiest glaciers outside the poles. So the region often referred to as the third pole. This glacial system serves as the water tower for its dwellers and to the rest of downstream country, ensuring food, water, and energy security for our country. This unique high alpine ecosystem nurtured flora and faunal diversity in its streams, forests, pastures, rivers, lakes, and plateaus, and even in the settlements where wild animals live in harmony with humans. The HKKH, Hindu Kush, Himalayas, and Karakorams jointly contributes to the livelihood of 2.3 billion people, not only in Pakistan, but to the regional countries as well. Originating River Indus to southwest, Ganga to southeast, Yangtze and Yellow River to east. The watersheds of those mighty rivers and associated ecosystem services that they provided have thrived biological evolution. World's most ancient civilizations and geo-environmental phenomenon that shaped this region. The enormous glacial meltwater gushing on the steep mountain slopes, shaping streams and rivers is a sustained and enormous source of hydropower, which is still untapped. Ladies and gentlemen, the elusive snow leopard, markhor, Himalayan brown bear, and golden eagle, to name a few, is the untamed life populace which foster here. It is also a critical stopover for an assortment of migratory birds. Adding on, ladies and gentlemen, historical significance of the area, be it the presence of Buddha stupas, rock carvings, or ancient Silk Route, and the diversity of ethnicities make Gilgit Baltistan as one of the best tourist destinations in the world. Ladies and gentlemen, the very endowments bestowed by nature that revamps Gilgit Baltistan to be aptly known as the Shangri-La at the same time makes it most vulnerable to natural hazards. The global climate change phenomena and the local triggering factors accelerated the frequency and ferocity of hydrometeorological disasters, impacting communities, their livelihood, and community infrastructure, beside retreating glaciers and diminishing biodiversity. Mountains are often referred to as barometer of climate change, as minute changes in temperature or precipitation shift manifests drastic changes on mountains and glaciers. Isolated communities inhabit in remote mountain.
Qui abbiamo questi problemi di connessione. Credo che il nostro amico pakistano, ministro dell'economia della regione del Gilgit Baltistan, ci abbia raccontato in qualche maniera il suo territorio, ciò che è il Gilgit Baltistan dal punto di vista ambientale e cosa rappresenta, sia dal punto di vista del territorio, sia dal punto di vista della fauna e sia dal punto di vista dei vegetali, degli alberi, delle essenze che su quelle montagne si trovano. Questa mattina avevo sentito con l'appassionato intervento di una ragazza a difesa dei diritti delle piante, e credo che uno dei concetti sui quali stiamo lavorando proprio con i nostri amici pakistani e sui progetti che stiamo portando avanti con il Ministero degli Esteri è quello del One Health, cioè la stessa dignità alla salute per gli animali, le piante e per gli uomini. E curando gli animali, le piante e gli uomini, ed evidentemente il pianeta in generale, salviamo noi stessi e il nostro futuro, ma il futuro del pianeta. Questo è quello che stiamo facendo anche in questi territori in Pakistan. Il signore in fianco al ministro era un nostro collaboratore, Arif Hassan, un collaboratore da 15 anni proprio di Everest K2 CNR. Con lui abbiamo portato avanti tantissimi progetti, soprattutto con i giovani, in 2 università che sono nate, giovani università. Pensate che 12 anni fa nasce la prima università in Gilgit Baltistan, c'erano dentro 400 ragazzi il primo anno, più o meno metà ragazzi e metà ragazzi. Sapete che lì c'è anche, come posso dire, la religione islamica, quindi qualche problema, come posso dire, verso il sesso femminile, verso le donne c'è, eppure era un'università e un campus dentro il quale ci convivevano abbastanza serenamente ragazzi e ragazze. L'anno scorso c'erano quasi 4.500 studenti dentro quel campus, ed è uno dei pochi luoghi dove vedi, come posso dire, non dico la parità di genere perché sarebbe un eccesso, però un grande tentativo in questa direzione. Vuol dire che la cultura e il sapere sono prodromici, come posso dire, anche alla parità di genere. C'era un'ultima relazione, credo, un video con un ragazzo che ci racconta, ci fa una sintesi delle cose dette questa mattina. Grazie. E voilà così. Ah, no, c'è un attimo. Siamo finiti, sì. Scusate, ok.
Go ahead from Pakistan.
Go ahead.
Okay. Respected dignitaries, again, apologies for the inconvenience caused because of power failure, again, internet disconnection. These are the hardships we are facing here in Gilgit Baltistan. Respected dignitaries, environmental protection has always been the priority of our government. Soon after the inception of present government in Pakistan, the Prime Minister has throttled the agenda, commencing the 10 billion tree tsunami project, which is first of its kind on global besides first of its kind on globe, besides establishing 12 new national parks, amongst which 2 are in Gilgit Baltistan. The Central Karakoram National Park, established with the technical and financial assistance of Everest K2 CNR and Government of Italy. The Central Karakoram National Park, Devsai National Park, Kurambar National Park, Shandur Handarap National Park, Himalaya National Park, and Nanga Parbat National Park, and the community-controlled hunting areas covers 70% of the GB, where wild animals and their habitat are protected and harmonized with communities. Regulatory framework for environmental protection, forest conservation, and wildlife have been enacted, and management plans of newly notified national parks are in formulation. Ladies and gentlemen, to give you all an insight, we all realize that mountain ecosystems are under threat from climate change, land degradation, natural disasters, environmental pollution, over-tourism, rapid urbanization, and slope failures, which potentially devastating and far-reaching consequences for communities and rest of the world. This is why the Mountain Agenda 2030, a global commitment, must be reflected in our concrete actions, long-lasting processes and policies that strengthen the resilience of mountain people and environments and ensure that nobody is left behind. Let's recall Sustainable Development Goal 15 of the 2030 Agenda that sets the need to protect, restore, and promote sustainable use of terrestrial ecosystem, sustainable managed forest, combat desertification, and halt and reserve land degradation and halt biodiversity loss. We terminated the UN agenda in our actions to some extent. It's scattered, not aligned with the objectives of Agenda 2030 and SDG 15, and synchronous to the other cross-cutting SDGs. We are witnessing and enduring the aftermaths of global ecological disruption. There is no question on veracity of climate change. Need of time is to join hands and work together, especially for catering the vulnerable towards a safe and sustainable future. Respected dignitaries, even though Pakistan's contribution to global greenhouse gas emission is less than 1% and ranked as 7th most vulnerable to the impacts of climate change, on country level, Pakistan as responsible state has demonstrated remarkable change, remarkable receptivity towards the global commitments for limiting the temperature below 1.5 degrees. Pakistan is party to the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change and also signed the Paris Agreement and has extended its intended national determined contribution through 20% emission reduction by 2030, creating enabling environment. We have national climate change and national disaster risk reduction policy, offering a roadway for combating the repercussions of climate change for mountain areas. Pakistan has formulated the framework for implementation of climate change policy for 16 years till 2030. The government of Gilgit Baltistan has approved GB climate change strategy and action plan on December 11, 2017, in commemoration of Internal Mountain Day, taking cognizance from National Climate Change Policy of Pakistan, accepting adaptation of climate change as the way forward. The provincial government of Gilgit Baltistan established Gilgit Baltistan Climate Change Fund, taking 1% of each and every development project that would finance climate programs and projects, and also to act as incubation fund to co-finance donor-assisted programs. Ladies and gentlemen, government structure has noticeably improved to attain these policy objectives in recent years under the leadership of Prime Minister of Pakistan, Imran Khan. The federal government has taken an active interest in acknowledging the severity of the problem that we are facing. It is worth mentioning here that Pakistan has paved its way through the 10 billion tree tsunami program, eco restoration program, establishment of national parks program, environmental protection, monitoring, and climate smart programs. We would like to invite our long-lasting, long-standing Italian friends to help us in our efforts to save this pristine ecosystem, to assist in achieving our commitments to SDGs, and to streamline the ongoing programs of Gilgit Baltistan government by putting Italian scientific knowledge and experience to save the mountains of this region. Dear colleagues, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, our objectives at provincial level are aligned with the central government and to international obligations under multilateral environmental agreements. We are channelizing our efforts to realize the sustainable development goals. We are ambitious and working relentlessly towards shaping up a future where the economic avarice does not comprise the environmental balance. With the concluding note, I would love to pay our gratitude to Italian government, EVK to CNR for their technical and fiscal assistance that they have been extending to Gilgit Baltistan government in establishment of CKNP through a series of knowledge-based programs, transfer of knowledge and capacity building of Gilgit Baltistan government officials, and introduction of recent innovations in adventure tourism in GB. The stakes are high and the time to act is now. I am confident that as long as we unite in our efforts and work together with mutual assistance, a thriving environment for these vulnerable mountain communities is not far away. Once again, I thank you all for patiently hearing me and for the inconvenience caused because of our power failure here. These all are our hardships we are currently facing here in Gilgit Baltistan. Thank you very much, respected audience.
Thank you, Mr. Javed. For sure, we will continue our collaboration in Gilgit Baltistan. We know that which problem are you facing in these years, and we have the support of Italian government, so we will be there for several years again. Thank you very much for your speech, a good speech. Thank you.